Now, when you have a pattern on your metal and you're going to punch a disc, put the pattern down, and I use these little aligning tools. So if you have a hole in the middle of your metal, you can put this in and it will hold it exactly in the middle, exactly. So then we'll just snug this down, shift our handle around so it's out of the way. Take this out, put your cutter in, give it a good smack, and you can see I've got a pretty heavy hammer. So there's our disc. So now I'm going to dome that with the pattern up, and I'm using my nylon doming punch. And it's just that quick because the metal that I was using was half hard. So now we're ready to solder this to our ring. So I've just taken this out of the pickle. Now, I would suggest that you don't cut this off yet, that you just put your disc on, slide it down, hold this back the same way you held it in your third hand, hold your peg or your wire, so get it to the point where there's no pressure on it. Like that. Flux this and put your flux right against the wire here, and we're going to heat it from underneath. Now, I would use easy solder on this, but because everything is still supported, you can use hard if you want. Up to you. So flux top and bottom. And I'm going to ball up the solder before I put it on here because I don't want to leave what they call a skull. I want the solder to be in as small a form as possible so that it doesn't leave a mark. The skull is the mark where you use really big pieces of solder. Wherever the solder is sitting, it will leave a mark. So I'm just going to warm this up. Make sure that my solder is where I want it. Touching both the bottom of the cup and the wire, and then I'm going to come from underneath. So there it flowed. Now, it didn't flow up on my wire, so I'm going to do it again. I'm pretty happy with that. So we'll quench it and pickle it. So I'm out of the tumbler. I've dried it off. I've sanded the edge of the disc because it was a little bit sharp from cutting it. So look at all your solder joints, and they should be perfect. Yeah, so I'm quite happy with all of those. So now for me, it's just in the tumbler, and I'll set the pearl and I'm finished. So out of the tumbler, rinse it, dry it off, look at it critically, lovingly. Check the fit of your pearl. If it's good, glue it. So just a little spot of glue on your post. Make sure the glue goes down inside your pearl. Put it on, and if it isn't in the center, because oftentimes these pearls are drilled off center, turn it. Get it the way you want it. So now let it sit 5 minutes, and that's it. My inside out pearl ring with an oversized cup with a crosshatch design. Ciao.